So this is a good question from Craig Patterson. I haven't seen you here before, Craig, but that's a sharp-looking photo you got there. That's a good-looking house. Those are custom cabinets back. Yeah, custom cabinets back there. You got money, Craig. I can see it. You can't hide it. He says odds that BVG and Stockton both get more than 25 snaps before end of October.
So are we talking combined?
Yeah, that was my question.
If it's combined, yes. Like, yeah, 100%.
No, that makes it too easy. Makes it too easy. Let's say individually.
Yes.
Individually?
100%.
Really?
The end of
Look who
October.
they're playing. Tennessee Martin, Ball State, and UAB.
Yeah. I don't know if Stockton will get more
Craig,
than 25, though.
Craig did clarify.
Each,
Said each.
Yeah.
I think BVG for sure.
I don't think Gunner,
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Gunner gets there. I'm with you. Yeah. He has too many.
Snaps. I think he'll get Tennessee Martin. I think they'll both get maybe 10 snaps apiece in Tennessee Martin.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
Either you think BVG gets 10?
At least 10, and Stockton gets several. I think 20, 100%, 25 each by the end of October. Because you got to add Vanderbilt and Florida. Florida sucks. You'll get a lot of snaps in those games as well. So,
hey, let me write that down.
Is that game in October?
We're talking about the whole fourth quarter when we talk about these reps. Tennessee Martin, yes. Florida, even if you're up 38-0, I don't know if anybody's coming in until 5 minutes to go in the game.
Right.
Look, who was the last quarterback that was a third-string quarterback for Georgia that got playing time under Kirby Smart? Without it being some type of injury related,
right? I can't think. I mean, it would be a late game. It would be a blowout where it's the last series of the game. Last year Carson Beck came in, and then BVG came in like last series of the game.
Yeah, he would. Beck would get 10 or 15, on some of the blowouts, and then
sure.
And then Vandagriff would get 5 or 6. I mean, even if it's just handing it off, is he talking about throwing the ball or just handoff?
It says snaps, so it would just be all snaps.
Yeah, because if that's the case, he'll get stats minute.
Hey, I hope his stat is correct because that means we're just kicking everybody's ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see here. Craig says that was a work project photos, not my cabinets, not my circus. You can't fool us, Craig. You can't fool us, Craig. Somebody's, yeah. We see them. Ooh, this is a good one, guys. We'll go around the horn here. I'll start with the newbie, Lance, right. And then we'll go to Andy, EFA, and then we'll go to Butt. And I see it. I see Dylan Bell at running back. We'll talk about that. UGA wins 3 straight. Quote from Joshua Hammonds: UGA wins 3 straight national championships if blank. End quote. Lance, you're on the hot seat.
If Carson Beck can match the swagger and kind of can handle the pressure that Stetson Bennett had.
Ooh. Keeps it simple. I like it. Andy, UGA wins 3 straight national championships if
the defensive line can get good pressure up the middle and all the edges, get some sacks, because then the DBs will be a lot better and nobody will be able to do anything. Defensive line.
I like that. Eddie from Ackworth. UGA wins 3 straight national championships if.
Can I take the Carson Beck one step further?
Absolutely.
If Carson Beck comes in and there's 2 minutes left in the game and we have to have a score and he leads us down the field and gets that, that's what we have to have from him. And we had all the confidence in the world that Stet could do that last year. Can he do that?
Jason,
because it's going to happen.
UGA wins 3 straight national championships if.
Simple. Dominate the trenches, both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I like all the answers. I'm not going to ask myself the question. So
why not?
No, I'm just
they'll answer it.
I'm just kidding. So yeah, UGA wins 3 straight national championships. If I think I'm going with Lance and Eddie because there's really only one position that is different this year. Yes, you lost guys to the draft, but quarterback is such an essential position, and I think it all kind of falls. And I don't want to put the pressure on them. Carson Beck. I think it falls on Carson Beck. If he's able to go out there, like Eddie said, because there's going to be, and I've said this to some buddies of mine, looking at Georgia's schedule, there's just not a tough opponent until you get to Tennessee. And that's a long time to play where you're not fully, I'm not going to say not fully tested, because hell, Missouri might give Georgia a game again, or Kentucky. But if you're just going through the motions, right, there's not that big of a test for him until late in the year. We might not see if he's got that,
that moxie
kind of, I don't want to say
the one that I've actually been looking at more, and I really wasn't paying much attention to it earlier, and I kind of dismissed it, I think, on a previous show. But you start really looking at the schedule now that season's here, and it's Ole Miss, just because that offense, Lane Kiffin's familiarity with Kirby Smart, the overlap in that whole coaching tree, that could be a game where Ole Miss puts up some points, and all of a sudden that's the first test where Carson Beck, they should be able to go against that Ole Miss defense, but it could end up being, at least for 3 quarters, a shootout going back and forth, and is he up for the challenge in that game?
And that game is sandwiched in between Missouri and Tennessee. So
Correct.
It could be a physical game versus Missouri, and then sort of peek into Tennessee. So, yeah, you're right.
Oh, I like that. I'll tell you, there's one more person in the waiting room here. We've got 5 minutes left, guys. We're just going to go $7 here. I can tell you for sure he did not go deep on any of his picks. Ben Choppy Bachman, thanks for joining us, Ben. How are you doing?
Well, no. So I had a family member's car breakdown, so I've been dealing with that assault, as I call it. So I'm currently in the car, so I'm trying to multitask. Yeah. Don't call the cops on me right now. Not good situation. But I think last week, I had some controversial takes according to a lot of people. But I think I'm the only one here who's taking Penn State in the playoffs.
Yes, you still are.
Yes.
Well, because Jason's with me on the Drew Aller hype. So
I am on the Drew Aller hype. I just don't have him
I'm not going to pick him to win the Heisman, but if he's a finalist, that wouldn't shock me at all. He's going to be one of the 3 or 4 most talented quarterbacks in the country. But
hey, Ben, before we let you go, because it sounds like you're in a tough spot, brother, and I just don't want to hold up. You do have to tell us if you're in the commissioning of a crime, because you've looped us all into this now, potentially as accessory.
No, I'm not in an actual crime.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. Again,
well, Paul, his picks are criminal. We can go that way.
I just wanted to make sure, Eddie, because
we agreed on 2 of the picks, so I don't think it's completely criminal.
I just wanted to make sure, Ben, because but
Paul, I did want to bring something up to you. Speaking of criminal, you remember earlier in the offseason you were very hyped for one thing, the Swamp Kings documentary.
I was.
How trash was that?
I didn't watch it.
It should have been littered with criminal activity, but it wasn't.
Yeah. I'm 1 episode in, and it's just an Urban Meyer fluff fest.
Yeah, apparently Urban Meyer's PR team
I
had
won't
to
be
sign off
watching
on
that
it.
then.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. What I will tell you guys to go watch, though, is on HBO, the BS High.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see that. I need to see that, yeah.
That dude right there is a character.
So you watched it?
I've watched like clips of it, and I've started the first episode, but I've seen the clip.
I'm into the first half of it. That guy you're being nice. That guy is a con artist.
Wow.
He straight up sits there in front of the camera. And he's like, look, guys, I did what I wanted to happen. And his eyes like keep getting bigger. He's like, because you guys are talking to me now. It's like, what the hell?
That's crazy. Yeah. I want to see that.
Not a very fun place to be. And he kept telling kids to like take out PPE loans to pay for this fake school. Yeah, dude.
This is a must watch. Yeah.
Didn't they play IMG?
Yeah, they did on TV.
That was what unraveled everything, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, Ben. We'll see you, bud. Or not. Don't say bye. Whatever. It's cool. Hey,
he's
Brent
committing crimes.
Huh?
He's committing crimes. I mean,
I'm
give
telling
him a break.
Dude, when he said that, I was like, look, man, I have to make sure that we're all safe. I got to watch out for my boys here. Hey, everybody click on Ben's profile so you can see what he's watching on his YouTube. Click on that. He said Paul is the worst. Make sure to click on that and see what he's subscribed to. I wouldn't do it around your family.